Hi there, welcome to the garden. I thought with this video I would just give you a general walkthrough of the garden in its current state, which is it's the 2nd of March today. So I haven't actually started tidying up the garden at all. It's still dormant. It's forecast for snow up here in the northeast of England next week, so I probably won't be out in the garden at all then. So we'll start at the front gate and I'll walk you through, and hopefully you'll get a sense of how one part of the garden relates to another. So this is the front aspect of my house. It's a westerly aspect, so it's very bright, sunny, gets all the elements. This border is really only about 14 inches deep, and it was just full of bricks and rubble off where the wall had been built. So I dug it over, and really I just started filling it up with overspill plants from my garden. And I've loved it ever since. This is Monty, my daughter's dog. He loves being in the garden with me. So we used to have 2 of these trees here, and then January we had a horrible storm, and the one on the right, the lollipop tree, had to be taken down. So this is a very sunny border on the left here. I'm constantly changing the plants in this border every year. I'll put something in or take something out that isn't doing so well. On the left, that stick there, that's a beautiful big buddleia, grows about 10 foot tall. Up the right is a honeysuckle and a clematis montana, which covers the front porch. It's full of crocosmia, alstroemeria, montbretia, daisies. I've got a couple of nice shrubs there to just give a bit of winter interest. The one on the right was a spirea. So this is a really interesting border on the left here. This is soil laid over the top of a concrete path. We dug out a pond from the back and brought the soil round and created this border here. So it's very sunny, it's full of buddleia and iris, and this is a lovely plant. This is a climbing hydrangea. It was a gift from my late father-in-law, and it just adds a bit of height and covers an expanse of brick wall. Now if we look over at this border here, this border is surrounded by lilac trees. That is a flowering cherry tree in the middle, and this was deep shade. So I've pruned back a lot of the lilac. It's still all there, but now it's a much more open aspect, and I'm still busy filling this border up. It's beautiful. So we've got some New Zealand satinflower, there are lots of iris, there's a beautiful clematis that grows up that tree. You can just see it winding round there. In the distance there you can see I've got honesty. What else have we got in here? It's full of primroses. Over on the far left there I've got 2 beautiful rhododendrons. One is bright yellow, opens red, turns yellow, and one is deep red. So I'll just show you these rhododendrons that you've just seen the picture of in their current state in March. So still very pretty evergreen shrub. So this is the engine room of the garden where I keep my composting bins. The one on the left's a traditional one. The one straight ahead is new last year, so I don't know how that's going to work out, but it's one of these rotary ones, and the white bag is full of leaf mould. So this is the side aspect of my house. This is south facing, so a very sunny border here. Got lots of plants in, lots of crocosmia, New Zealand satinflower. On the right here, you'll see to the right of the tree, it looks quite flat. That was totally overgrown last year with goldenrod and crocosmia, which never flowered. It didn't like it there, so I dug the whole border out last year, end of last summer, and I've planted it up with all new plants. So I'm very excited about that part of the garden, see how it develops. Beautiful hydrangea on the left here. It's a pink one, and I am doing an experiment with coffee grounds. Every morning we tip the coffee grounds on it because I want it to go purple. Excuse me, Monty. He's gorgeous. So you can see it's very wind blown. I haven't touched the garden at all. I'm leaving it. I was always a gardener that cleared up in the autumn. I would cut the plants back and sort of hit the ground running really in the spring. But I'm being much more environmentally friendly now. So I know how beneficial it is to leave the garden. All these seed heads will be feeding birds. Insects lay their eggs in it. So although I'm itching to get into the garden and start actually gardening, it would be a total waste of time to start clearing up now, when all of these seed heads are still there providing food. That's a lovely, I always thought it was a heather on the end here, but I've just read in a gardening magazine, it said winter flowering, what we call heathers, are actually heath, and heathers flower in the summer, so I didn't know that. So this border we're looking at now on the left is full of beautiful pink Sarah Bernhardt peonies, Solomon seal. I'm going to put a still in to show you what it looks like at the height of summer. There's some New Zealand satinflower in there, all the spring bulbs. There's wallflowers. There's clematis that grows up. These are some lovely little tete-a-tetes. Primroses. It's just a beautiful border. And this gets sun, this border, quite early in the day, and then it goes into deep shade. That is a giant snowdrop. Gorgeous. I'm going to paint this fence black. This is the little sort of utility area where I hang my washing. I have got another video out showing how I sort of transformed this. The fence we're looking at on the left there used to be bright orange, and the brickwork on the right there underneath the stucco, that was bright red. So it's a very shady little courtyard. And it's usually full of ferns and acers, but at the moment, where they're still dormant, I've just borrowed pots of plants from all over the garden and dressed it for a bit of sort of winter interest. So it's well worth having, well, I think it's well worth having a look at that little video, in case you've got a little space like that. That's a bit problematic. So now we'll come to the back of our house. This area here has been everything over the years. It was all one big massive pond at one time. We've had a children's playhouse in it, and then a couple of years ago we put these lovely stone slabs down, and it's the border you're looking at now that gets full sun. We've got Rebecca in there, wallflowers, Linaria. So this back border here, that's a beautiful red ace in the left hand corner, beautiful pink climbing rose in the middle, and it's full of alstroemeria and geums. That is a beautiful white hydrangea. So then I have one more area of the garden that I use all the time, and that's my greenhouse, and that's actually round the corner in my mother-in-law's garden. So that's it, that's my garden. I'm really pleased you joined me today. You're always welcome. Please do come back and visit again, and it'll be interesting just to see the garden sort of develop month by month. So until next time, bye.